All right, today I want to talk about owning small businesses and side hustles and being willing and able to pivot quickly when that's necessary. Hi, I'm Emily. I get paid to party. I own a handful of party service businesses. So follow along if you've been looking to get into this industry and make some money from home. Okay, so I know I share a lot of what works for me here with my different party service businesses in the Phoenix area. So we have party rentals, we have mobile video game truck, we've got Nerf wars, we have foam parties, and a bouquet bar. And I just share what works here. Now, what works here for me may not work in your market for you. In Phoenix, we have like 5 million people, and we also have a very large, sprawling city. So what works for you in your market may be different than what works here. And I always suggest trying things, putting them out there, and then pivot as necessary. And you should be tracking what's working and what's not and making those adjustments accordingly, because if something's not working and you just keep doing the same thing, then you're going to get the same results, right? I'm going to give you an example. Our mobile video game truck has been in business for 4 years now. We are going into our 4th summer. And obviously the summers here in Phoenix can get really hot. We have like 60, usually 50, 60 days over 110 degrees. So it's extremely hot. And our mobile video game truck is a trailer, a metal trailer. And even though we have multiple generators, 3 air conditioners on that trailer, there are some days it's just not cool enough in that trailer in the middle of the day when it's like 115 degrees outside. Also, the generators overheat frequently because the heat, it makes it very hard to carry the load from a video game truck. So we routinely, every summer, we have generator issues, we have AC issues. We will, when those issues pop up, then you have a customer that's going to complain because their kids are in a metal truck and it's too hot. And I have decided I absolutely cannot do this for a 4th summer. We just had an issue with the generator last week, and it was only like 92 degrees outside. And that customer already complained about it was too hot in the truck, and we had to give them like a half refund, a 50% refund, because they finished the party a little bit early. I can't do this another summer. I cannot do customer complaints, sending an employee out, setting everything up, spending all the money for a party, and then having to do a refund because halfway through the generator cannot keep up with the heat. So I feel like every year we've done this, it's setting ourselves up for failure. Last year, what we ended up doing was closing the calendar from basically noon every day until 6 p.m. We wouldn't let people book parties because it's just too hot in that time of the day. And we learned that the generators and the AC will not keep up anytime. So I am not doing that again this year. And I am in a race now in the next couple of days to pivot to setting up giant indoor parties inside people's houses during the summer. And I think this could be really cool. There's only a couple other companies in the country that offer this. And I think this could be long-term business for us and a really cool option, especially with like schools and things like that. This is going to cost an investment, and I am learning as I go. But I think that this is important because I know I can't do another summer of dealing with issues with the game truck over and over and over again due to the heat. I don't want to disappoint customers. I don't want people to book us and then have a good half party and then a generator pops and won't work and then be disappointed and want a refund. I'm not doing that again. So we're going to pivot this business and give it a try and see if it helps. Now, we are booked and busy 12 months out of the year. So if we try this for 3 months over the summer and it doesn't work, then September-ish, we can go right back to the way we normally do things. But if this does work, this is a whole additional business line that we could be offering and a service we could be offering. And I know I talked about wanting to offer this with our rental options. And so this will go hand in hand, learning this with the game truck business. And that's one stream of advertising it. But then this will also be in our rental page as well, where people can rent these in-house video game setups. So I think the key is to being resilient and keep going and always finding a way to pivot and be creative and find alternatives. If what you're doing is not currently working, try something else. Switch it up. It can be scary, but whatever. You only live once. I like to take the risks. All right. Ask me any questions you've got.